Have you ever thought about how long you could hold your hand over a flame before it starts to hurt? Ooh, not long, right? Now, think about this. Why do we sometimes hold on to things that hurt us, even when we know they're causing pain? Maybe it's an unhealthy pattern, a toxic relationship, or a belief that weighs us down. Holding on to what no longer serves you isn't just painful. It keeps you from becoming who you're meant to be. Hello and welcome to With Samar Naim, where I understand and respect that every journey and experience is unique, but we can always find some common ground to start with. And I don't have it all figured out, but let's figure this out together. Today, we're diving into why letting go feels so difficult and how you can finally release what's holding you back. By the end of this video, you'll have simple, practical steps to start letting go and create space for what truly matters. Let's start with why letting go feels so tough. There are three key factors at play, and they're all rooted in limiting beliefs and patterns we embrace for ourselves. First, there's the fear of the unknown. We often cling to what's familiar, even if it's painful, because it feels safe and it's all we know. Change can be intimidating, and stepping into the unfamiliar, the unknown, takes courage. For example, think about your job. Why are you staying in it if it drains you so much? Is it possible that you're staying because it's easier to stick with the stress you know than to face the uncertainty of starting over? Sometimes we hold on not because it's working, but because it's familiar. And familiar doesn't mean it's right. Then there is attachment. Sometimes we define ourselves by what we hold on to, like a lifestyle, a role, a job title, a relationship. Letting go can feel like losing a part of who we are, part of how you know yourself to be. For example, are you someone that stays in a friendship or relationship that no longer feels healthy just because it's tied to your sense of loyalty? That's the force of attachment that is probably not serving you. Sometimes the hardest thing isn't letting go, but it is believing that you deserve what comes next. And finally, there is guilt. Letting go can feel like giving up or failing. We convince ourselves, if I just hold on a little longer, maybe it'll get better. A friend of mine once told me about her cousin who studied dentistry to please her dad. She spent years chasing someone else's dream for a career she didn't even want. All of this to avoid disappointing him. But years later, she finally pursued her true passion, painting. This is a great example that holding on out of guilt doesn't serve anyone. It only keeps you stuck in a cycle of fear and obligation. And this is a reminder that it's never too late to let go of what isn't serving you, to choose what aligns with your true self. Now, did you know that these three factors, fear, attachment, and guilt, all pull us into the same trap? Let me ask you this. Have you ever kept watching a movie you didn't like or you didn't enjoy just because you had already spent an hour and thought, oh well, I might as well just finish it? That is the sunk cost fallacy, the trap of holding on, not because it serves us, but because we've already invested so much. The time and energy you've spent are already spent. Holding on won't bring them back, and letting go won't erase the past. But it will absolutely free your future for what's better. When you're holding on, it's easy to believe that it's too late to change or to start over. But the truth is, it's never too late to choose you. Now that we understand why letting go feels so difficult, let's look at what it can create. When you let go, you create space. Space for growth, for joy, for the things that truly align with who you are. By releasing guilt, releasing outdated beliefs, releasing toxic relationships, you free up energy for what truly matters. I know letting go isn't always easy. Sometimes we need time to grieve and adjust, and that's okay. It's totally okay. It's not about rushing the process. It's about recognizing how letting go can open the door to something better. Think about your phone or computer. When it's running out of space, you usually have two choices: buy more storage or delete the apps and files that you no longer need. But even if you add more storage, there's still a limit or a threshold, right? It's a vicious cycle that you can break. You can break it by choosing to let go of what's slowing you down now instead of increasing your tolerance for it. Before we dive into the 4 steps that can help you, I invite you to keep one thing in mind. Letting go starts with one powerful decision, and that is to choose yourself. Choosing you isn't selfish. It's self-respect. It's self-care. It's the recognition that holding onto something that drains you doesn't serve anyone. Not you, not the people around you, and certainly not your future. So as we move through these steps, I want you to come back to this intention. I am choosing me. Now, let's get practical. Here are 4 steps to help you let go. Number 1, identify what's holding you back. Naming what's weighing you down gives it less power over you. You're not playing hide and seek with it anymore. You've caught it. Write a list not of tasks, but of emotional clutter. What feels heavy in your life right now? Is it a draining commitment? Is it a belief that no longer serves you? What is it? Name it. Put it into words. Then reflect. How is this affecting your energy? How is it affecting your decisions and your peace? What if I told you that our brain and imagination often catastrophize and magnify problems or pain beyond their actual reality? Identifying and naming what you need to let go of makes it real, and questioning it helps you take control by breaking it into smaller, more manageable pieces. I once held on to the habit of overcommitting, thinking that it made me indispensable, the go-to person for everything. But all it did was leave me drained. Naming it as a pattern was the first step towards change. Number 2, understand the why behind it. After you've identified and named what you need to let go of, confront it. Why am I still holding onto it despite the pain and the discomfort, despite my uneasiness around it? Is it fear? Is it guilt? Is it a sense of obligation? When you understand the reason, it's easier to loosen your grip. Let's say you're holding onto a relationship that no longer serves you. Maybe it's because you fear being alone, or because you've invested so much in it. Sit with yourself and really dig into the why. I know it can be uncomfortable and confrontational, but do it for you. By understanding the reason, you can start to untangle the emotional threads cuffing you and keeping you stuck. Number 3, replace, don't just remove. When you decide to let go of something or someone familiar, it may feel like you're left with a void, but that space is actually an opportunity. an invitation to discover and engage with what truly brings you joy and value. Intentionally replace what you've let go with something meaningful for you. For example, if you're releasing the habit of scrolling on social media late at night, replace it with a healthier bedtime routine like journaling, reading, or even a heartfelt conversation with someone you love. If you're letting go of a relationship, ensure you fill that space with what feeds your heart, whether it's a routine that encourages self-love or surrounding yourself with those who care. It's not about escapism. It's about finding what nurtures your well-being and puts you first. Number 4, use rituals to let go. Rituals are symbolic acts that can make letting go feel more tangible and real. When you create your own ritual, you engage your senses in the process of releasing what no longer serves you. There are many rituals out there. I'll share a few with you. One ritual you can try is to light a candle. Light a candle and visualize its warmth melting away your burden. Or you can talk to a running body of water, imagining it carrying your worries away and moving on. You could also try something simple like pushing down on your shoulders while thinking of what's weighing you down. Then lift your hands, breathe out, and feel the release and lightness. Rituals don't have to be big or complicated. They just need to be meaningful to you. Do you have one that works for you? Share it in the comments. I'd love to read it. A friend of mine, a high performer throughout her career, was once laid off without an opportunity for an exit interview. What she did? She wrote a letter to her boss. She poured out how this experience had shaken her confidence and made her feel like she's a failure. But she didn't send it. Instead, she tore it, she burnt it, and she enjoyed watching it turn to ashes. She told me that this simple act gave her the closure and emotional release she needed. And it also gave her a vivid reminder to never let anyone or anything belittle her worth. Remember, at the heart of letting go is prioritizing yourself. It's about choosing you, especially when self-doubt creeps in. As you go through these 4 steps, remind yourself, this journey is about reclaiming my peace, reclaiming my growth, reclaiming my future. The beauty of letting go isn't about losing. It's about choosing. Choosing to focus your energy on what truly matters. Choosing to make space for what's best for you. And it's definitely not something you do once. It's something you practice. Every step you take clears the way for something greater. So, take a moment to reflect. What's one thing I am ready to let go of? What's one thing I am ready to make space for? Share in the comments if you feel comfortable. You might inspire someone else to do the same. And remember, your energy is precious. Invest it in what helps you grow, not in what keeps you stuck. Letting go is a process, so start small and be kind to yourself. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we can create a ripple effect of letting go and growth. And always remember, you've got this. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.